Is my screen visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Just let me start. Dear viewers, good evening. I welcome you all on the behalf of Indian Medical College to this online class. And in today's session, we have our beloved Dr. B.S. Sharma from KIMS Amalapuram with us. He is having a plenty of teaching experience behind him. He'll be taking a class on blood transfusion today. Good evening and welcome, sir. It's a great pleasure having you here with us. Sir, you can share your presentation.
Okay. Kavya, is it visible now? Hello?
No, sir. No, sir. Can share your slide?
Hello, Kavya madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, kindly please share your slide.
Pardon?
Slide.
Yeah. I already shared you. Can you see them?
No, sir.
Is it? No. No, it is there already. Can you now?
No, sir. No, sir.
1 second. I will do it once again. Can you see it now?
No, sir.
Hello?
No,
Now?
sir. No, sir.
In the earlier you have just seen, no? I don't know why
Yeah,
it
you
is.
just tried it.
It is not seen?
No, it is not visible.
1 second. I will do it.
Press the share screen and try it, sir.
1 second. 1 second. Can you see it now?
No, sir.
One second.
You did fine just before, sir. Try doing the same this
One
time.
second. One second. Can you see it now? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello, can you see it now?
No, sir.
No, what is this?
Okay, okay.
No, you just come back to
Okay,
our
sir.
original thing. 1 second, I am showing. 1 second, I am doing it from here. Now I think it should come. Just a second, Kavya, it will coming. How about now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Hello?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Ah, okay, now it is full screen.
Yes, sir.
So you're able to see it now clearly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can proceed.
My audio is clear.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
I mean, shall I proceed or we wait for a few more minutes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can. You can, sir.
Pardon?
Yes, sir. You can proceed it.
Okay, okay. Good evening, everybody. At the outset, once again, I thank the Indian Medical College authorities for giving me another opportunity to share my thoughts regarding blood transfusion, which is an important topic. And this is me working in KIMS Medical College, Amalapuram. My order of presentation will be, first of all, definition of blood transfusion, the need, indications, and regarding something, some information regarding blood groups, the procedures and requirements, the blood banks, and about the donors, and World Blood Donors Day and the National Blood Donation Day, and the myths and facts regarding blood donation, and conclusion. So this is the poster or the picture we see in most of the hospitals. Donate blood, save life. And my dear friends, blood transfusion is gaining more importance nowadays because of the recent technologies and the recent new procedures. The importance is more. And now a separate branch is given, termed as transfusion medicine in the medical science. So transfusion medicine is an important topic, especially for the medical students and interns, because they should know some important aspects regarding blood donation. So in the coming 30 minutes, I'll try to share some of the important points regarding the same. Definition. Transfer of blood or blood components from one person, that is the donor, into the bloodstream of another person, that is the recipient. This is the simple definition of blood transfusion or blood donation. The need or the indications. Routinely for all surgeries, either emergency or elective, we always keep one bottle of blood ready. Number two, road accidents, road traffic accidents, RTAs, where there is a severe blood loss. Number three, severe anemia during deliveries and other gynec-related problems, shock and septicemia, thalassemia, hemophilia, and sickle cell disease, etc., etc. These are the indications in general, and these situations, they do require blood transfusion. Coming to specific indications, because nowadays whole blood is not rather regularly given since some years, because in our early days we used to give only whole blood. Components have come later. So whole blood generally we give in burns cases and pediatric surgeries in small quantities. Coming to platelets, thrombocytopenic purpura, heparin dengue fever. Coming to packed cells, acute blood loss, 30% or more of loss. Patients with anemia, hemoglobin less than 7 grams per dl, and other all routine indications which we have discussed earlier, routine surgeries, etc. So instead of whole blood, now the present trend is to transfuse packed cells. And the last one is the plasma, which is indicated in active bleeding, burns cases, chronic liver diseases, and viral infections. Here you may just recall that in the present scenario of the COVID, the plasma therapy is being tried as one of the important treatment procedures. So criteria to donate blood. Overall health. The donor must be fit and healthy and should not be suffering from transmittable diseases. Age and weight. Donor must be 18 to 65 years. Of course, we are generally not taking or limiting up to 60, even though it is given the literature as 65. Of course, for the first time, 60. First donor, when he is coming with the donation at the first time, we limit up to 60. And generally, we'll try to have the upper limit of 60 unless there is an emergency. And should be having a weight of minimum of 55 kgs. Should be below 100 without any irregularities. Hemoglobin level 0.5 grams per dl. Blood pressure, systolic 100 to 180 and diastolic 50 to 100. Body temperature should be normal with an oral temperature not exceeding 37.5 degrees Celsius. The time period between successive blood donations should not be more than 3 months. That means if a person has donated blood 2 months back, he is now not advisable to take blood from the same fellow. So minimum gap of 3 months for a donation to be repeated. Individuals under certain conditions are deemed to be ineligible to donate blood. A person having tested positive for HIV, individuals suffering from ailments like cardiac disablements, hypertension, cancer, epilepsy, kidney ailments, and diabetes. Person who has undergone ear or body piercing or tattooing in the recent past 6 months. Individuals who have undergone immunization in the past 1 month. Individuals treated for rabies or received hepatitis B vaccination in the past 6 months. A person who has consumed alcohol in the past 24 hours. Women who are pregnant or breastfeeding. Individuals who have undergone major dental procedures or general surgeries in the past 1 month. Women who have miscarriage in the past 6 months. Individuals who are having fits or TB or asthma or allergic disorders in the past. So these are all the people which we try to avoid them. Avoid them. So in 1901, K. Landsteiner described the human blood groups. Principally, there are 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. 4 types of blood groups. In 1952, Dr. Bindi discovered Bombay blood phenotype. This is another group apart from the 4 groups which I already discussed. So in this, the red blood cells lack the H antigen. And this is also known as the OH group or HH group. And this is a rare commodity, a rare blood group, usually present 1 in 10,000 people. So this is in short about the blood groups, types of groups and all. Now, so all of you know that we have the grouping and also RH typing being done. A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, O positive, O negative, AB positive, AB negative. And this is the test is to determine the blood called ABO typing. That is, the person's blood sample is mixed with antibodies against type A, B, and C, and the sample is checked to see whether or not the blood cells stick together. Here in this slide, you see if the blood cells stick together, it means the blood reacted with one of the antibodies. So in the group A, so there is a clotting here, and also in the D, that is it's A positive. In the B, it is in the B here, and also in the this is B positive. AB, it is the clotting in the A antigen, antiserum, B antiserum, D. And in O, there is no clotting at all. How to read your results? See, one second, sorry. So as I told, we have the positive and negative in all the four groups. So O positive, there is no clumping here, anti-A, anti-B, but there is only in the anti-D, that is O negative, because there is no clumping in other anti-A and anti-B. O negative, no clumping at all. A positive, clumping in the anti-A and anti-D. A negative, only in anti-A, no clumping at all. B positive, only no clumping in anti-B and anti-D. B negative, only in anti-B. AB positive, clumping in A, anti-B, and anti-D. And A negative, clumping in anti-A, anti-B, not in anti-D. And because this is an error, this is only to show at times, no, there are false results, and this should not be, if the result is like this, it should not be considered. And this chart shows that the donor O group he can be is called a universal donor, and AB is a universal recipient. This is a simple chart showing the which group is can receive, which donor can receive which group. Steps in collecting blood. I will just show you. This is our Department of Transfusion Medicine in KIMS Medical College. This is our blood bank entry. And I'll just run through some of the slides where to show you how we collect the blood. Step one is registration as and when the donor comes, because this is the case of when a replacement donor, a B positive person, came to donate blood. So we are recording all his particulars at the registration. Measuring the weight. So within normal limits, it should be there as we have discussed already. So second step is measuring the weight. Next one is hemoglobin estimation. You see, we have started collect a small drop is blood is taken, it is diluted and it put in the hemoglobin meter and 0.3. That is his hemoglobin is 13 grams. Next is checking so he received in the chamber, the blood pressure is checked. Now the blood bag is kept ready. So earlier we used to have only single bag. Now we have double bag and triple bag. So nowadays, because whole blood is not being asked for, generally we take blood and separate it into blood cells and also plasma. So your double bag is used always. Most of the times we will use the double bag. So this is the blood bag, double bag is ready. The labeling will be done here. Oh, video is not playing. I'll try to show you the video at the end. 1 second. I'll show you the video a little later. Okay. So after the collection, you see in the tray here, 350 ml blood is collected. And the needle is removed and the plaster is put, blood collection is completed. And the patient is shifted to the next room, recovery room, and refreshments are given. So this is how you simply do follow all the steps, and the whole procedure. Actually, the bleeding pass takes only about 3 minutes, and the total procedure is completed in half an hour time. What tests need to be done after collection of blood? Okay, now we have collected the blood, but so when we want to issue to a person on demand, So we need to do the following test, the screening test. Testing for HIV, that is hepatitis B, hepatitis C, syphilis, and malaria. Even any one of the five found to be positive, the blood is discarded. So this is a must for every bag. And after screening, only issue is being done. So we have the refrigerators where we put blood A, B, O, and AB. And also in the beginning, we put them in the unscreened refrigerators. Afterwards, you do the tests, collect them, and then shift them to the screened ones. And now you see the color coding. So these are the labels we fix to the bag at the time of issue, depending on the group. So these are all the positive groups here: A positive, yellow; B positive, a little pink; O, blue; AB, white. These are all the negative ones, labels of negative groups: O negative, A negative, B negative, AB negative. So thick blue here, thick yellow here, red and white. Similarly for the packed cells and plasma. And this is the certificate we give generally for the voluntary donor, not to the replacement donor, but to the voluntary donor. In wishes, the certificate is given that he has donated blood on so and so date, so and so group. One person can save 3 lives. So he is the donor. So 350 ml of his blood is taken. So packed cells are separated, given to one fellow, Trojan plasma, another fellow, platelets to another fellow. So a person can save 3 lives with a single donation. And plasma extractor. So after connecting the blood, the whole blood in the 2 bags, the double bag system, the blood is put in the autoclave, the spinning is done, and it comes like this. So cells are separated down and the plasma is separated. And now, so this is the one. If you slowly, when you put it on, you should slowly squeeze this, and plasma will come to the other bag. Now coming to the shelf life, whole blood can be stored for 35 days. So the moment you collect the blood and screen it and put it, you put the date and also the expiry date also. Similarly, for packed cells, 42 days if the stored at 1 to 60 degrees centigrade. Platelets only a very short life, only 5 days. So we generally, when do the platelet separation only on requisition. We don't generally store them separate. And FFP, fresh frozen plasma, it's a wonderful thing, can be stored for 1 year. And now a word about the forms. Especially the students and the interns and all the people working in the hospitals should know how to send a requisition, and the various forms are given below. Number 1, blood donor registration and consent form, wherein, as you have seen in the first slide, the donor comes there and gives all the details, including his mobile number, address, and all. That is the donor registration. At the same time, also he has given his consent for donation. Number 2, request for blood or components, whatever that is wanted. This form is to be sent from the respective department to the blood bank while indenting for the blood. And while issuing, cross-matching compatibility form is there, and we cross-match the patient sample with the donor bag, and then verify the compatibility, and then give a signed form wherein that this bag is matching with the patient's blood. And another one is the transfusion reaction form. This is for academic purpose. Suppose somebody develops some reaction, so that should be reported in the format. So during or after transfusion, you need to look for the side effects or the reactions. For example, say fever, chills, rigor, urticaria, anaphylactic reaction, nausea, dyspnea, chest pain, or discomfort, shock, hypotension, pulmonary edema. And the first earliest sign is the chills and rigor. That is the first. It is also equally, rather said that any transfusion, during any transfusion, let it be fluids or blood or whatever it is, chills and rigor is the first a sign. It's a warning sign for us to stop the transfusion and then do the needful. So if noticed of any of the symptoms, stop transfusion and do the needful. That is the either give the antihistamine, Avil or cortisone, whatever necessary, and then the support back to the blood bank. You have to send the transfusion reaction form. And the important note is blood or blood components are to be acquired only from recognized blood banks. Similarly, donate blood at recognized blood banks only, not in any other routine labs. So recognized blood banks. So when we say the term blood bank, it means that that is the place where blood is collected and stored. Whereas a blood collection center, that is also to be recognized. Storage is not there. Blood is collected from the donor, tested and distributed then and there. So blood banks at all government hospitals and medical colleges, blood banks run by Indian Red Cross Society, authorized and certified blood banks run by voluntary organizations. There are a good number of voluntary organizations all over India doing this wonderful service. Blood Connect Foundation, Khoon Organization, Sankalp India Foundation, Save Life India, Lions Blood Bank, Athar Blood Bank, ECCM, NIAS, Chiranjeevi Charitable Trust Blood Bank, Rotary Blood Bank, National Thalassemia Welfare Society, National Blood Transfusion Council, and Mother Teresa Blood Bank are also there. So as I already told you, never donate or take blood from any authorized bank. So only a recognized and authorized and certified blood bank has to collect and issue blood. And this is I want to share a novel idea which was there instituted in the combined Andhra Pradesh way back in 2005. Friends2support.com. 5 friends, Sheikh Sharif, Naveen Reddy, Koteswar Rao, Fani, and Murali from Narsaraopet, Guntur district, Andhra Pradesh, inaugurated F2S, Friend to Support, on 14th November 2005 in Hyderabad. These founders are all software engineers employed in various countries. Friends to Support was founded as an effort to tackle the problem of blood unavailability in the hospitals. It's a non-profitable organization, and right from that 2005, it has gained momentum, and it has spread all over, not only in India, but also in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, Malaysia, Yemen, and Oman. And here is the website, www.friends2support.org. So Indian blood donors and Friends to Support, the Indian blood donors is another agency. They maintain a database. This is the point I want to emphasize and reiterate, of all the blood donors, which facilitate a network between blood donors and the organizations and hospitals. So when we go and browse the website, you enter all your details, your state and your area and all. You have a list of the blood donors who are ready to help you. Now, a word about the donors. 3 types of donors are there. Voluntary donors, they come on their own and donate blood, especially our students, especially the NSS wing, and volunteers. They come on their own without any expecting any remuneration or any other thing. and they donate blood and they take the certificate. Number two, replacement donors, they donate blood on a request for a specific patient. So, for example, a patient is there, their friends or relatives may come to the blood bank and donate 1 to the particular patient. And in this case, certificate is not given, the blood is taken, and whatever the group he belongs to, his blood is taken, and whatever blood group that is wanted by the recipient, that is given. And the third one is the professional donors, they sell blood, and that is of course in our early days, and but nowadays it is all completely banned. No question of professional donation. Initiatives to encourage blood donation. Dates to remember. World Blood Donation Day, 14th June, coming up next month, wherein we honor, and of course, first of all, we encourage donation. Number two, we recognize the blood donors who have donated blood in the earlier days, because we know people who have for 30 times, 35 times, 40 times, 50 times. And of course, they have the supreme satisfaction of saving a good number of lives. Number two, National Voluntary Blood Donation Day, the 1st October. Of course, this is as far as India is concerned. In 2016, the government launched an initiative called E-Rakta Kosh, a web-based mechanism that integrates all blood banks in the state into a single network, providing information about blood camps and availability of blood in hospitals throughout the country. So the website is www.eraktakosh.in. E-Raktakosh is a centralized blood bank management system. It monitors the, all the activities of the blood transfusion system in all the banks online or throughout the India. A word about regulation. Human blood is covered under the definition of drug under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940. Blood bank activities are regulated under this act, and they are required to maintain the timely renewal of the license from the Drug Controller General of India. The operation they have to comply with the terms prescribed in the license, and it has to be reviewed periodically. It specifies about the accommodation, manpower, equipment, supplies, reagents, and good manufacturing practices and process control to be followed in Indian blood transfusion services. The Government of India in 2002 published the National Blood Policy, NBP, to reiterate the commitment to the safe blood and blood components. It documents the strategies for making available and adequate resources, technology, and training for improving the transfusion services, apart from outlining the methods for donor motivation and appreciate clinical use of blood by clinicians. It has also taken steps for research and development in transfusion medicine. So that means to say, so every blood bank has to get a license first of all, and it has to be reviewed, and committees will be coming, and there will be, and periodical monitoring will be there, and periodical and the daily reports has to be sent from all the banks to the concerned authorities daily. And of course, this is the chart. Of course, this is very clear. We have the National Blood Council Transfusion, and all these branches are there down the line. Plasmapheresis. So look at the machine here. So I was just showing about the plasma extractor the other some time back, and now this is the recent ones, and this process is called the plasma exchange therapy. Blood is centrifuged and plasma is separated. Plasma is taken and cells are returned to the donor in this process through the machine. So collection, separation, and return are all performed inside the machine. Inside the machine. That means, so the person comes, it is attached, all the things are being attached with all taking all the due precautions. Blood is taken, separated, plasma is taken, and blood cells are returned back to the donor. That is the beauty of the machine. Of course, it's a little costly procedure, and of course, we have a machine at KIMS Medical College, and we will be putting into operation very soon. A word about ISBTI, Indian Society of Blood Transfusion and Immunology. It's a national organization for blood transfusion medicine, blood banking, and donor motivation. And this is an NGO. So Indian Society of Blood Transfusion and Immunohematology, ISBTI, was established in October 1972 as a result of the deliberations of 56 committed social activists who has assembled in Chandigarh for a conference on a voluntary blood donation to meet the felt need of blood during war-like situations. It was also intended to bring about coordination of all agencies running voluntary blood organizations, blood transfusion services. Starting with a group of 89 members only at that time. Presently, there are more than 5,642 members, and new members keep adding. ISBT is a non-profit voluntary organization registered under the Societies Act 1973 and operating pan-India throughout its zonal councils and state chapters. Keeping in view with the National Blood Policy of India, ISBTI carries out activities throughout the country as stipulated in the national guidelines for blood donations, and we'll be having annual meetings and also the CME's programs updating the recent knowledge to all the delegates and members. And let us also consider some myths and facts about blood donation, because nowadays, suppose when you rather say propose or try to motivate somebody, he says, no, I can't, because I may become weak. So the myth number one, I'll become weak by donating blood. But the reality is recovery is completely in a day or two. Absolutely, and whatever the blood, the 350, the 50, the 350 ml blood which you have taken, which was donated, will come back to you, and you are ready to and fit to donate blood in another just 3 months' time. Second myth is I can't give blood because I have got high blood pressure. So if your blood pressure is below 180 and systolic below 100 and diastolic below 100, at the time of donation, you are free. Myth number 3, I can't resume my normal activities after donation. Because I'll be feeling weak. And the reality is you can. Just refrain from exercise or weightlifting for just 12 hours and you are back to your work. Myth number 4, lot of blood is taken. So I don't want to lose my blood. But the reality is only 350 ml of blood is taken and an average person. And he can have an average person has 5 to 6 liters of blood in their body. So out of 5 liters, only 350 ml is taken. So you don't lose anything. On the other hand, you get and regain fresh blood within 3 months. So this is again, a cartoon I want to share with all of you. Perhaps, it is a blood bank of a future, and perhaps you see drive through. Just put your arm here, place your arm here, and blood donor clinic is there, and they take the blood. And perhaps it is, maybe the right policy or the procedure in the present situation of the COVID, wherein we want social distancing. Santa Claus has come to the blood bank to give blood, okay? And he has donated blood just to see and enjoy the cartoon. This is on the lighter side. So take home message, my dear friends. Be a hero. Celebrate your birthday by donating blood. So every blood donor is a hero. So stay home, stay fit. Thank you all for the patient hearing. And once again, I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity. Thank you. Over to the organizers.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a very wonderful and informative session, and it was so good. And I hope all the audience and the viewers would have got benefited through your beautiful presentation.
Thank you,
So
madam. Thank you very
let's
much.
wait for a few minutes for the
Uh,
queries from the
yeah.
viewers.
Okay. No problem. I will be online. No problem.
Okay, sir, can you please stop sharing your presentation?
Pardon?
Can you please stop sharing your presentation, sir?
One second. I mean, I wanted to show that video, no, which was not played earlier.
Okay, okay,
I will
okay.
try to do that. I will try to do that.
Dear viewers, if you have any doubts or any clarification, you can just comment below the video and sir will clarify them.
There is some problem here. I don't know. Actually, in the morning also it played. I don't know why it is giving trouble now. It's playing now. Hello.
Sir, yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Here. See.
I can see your screen. Try to play the
the
audio.
patient remain. Oh. Just kindly observe. You see the empty bag here, and this is the tubing. He's putting the needle there. Just putting the needle there, just a few seconds. This video is only for 1 minute. Here it goes. Yeah, you can see the blood coming out of the from the vein into the tube and down to the bag. And through the bag, it will be oscillating. Just observe the bag. See. So it will be oscillating, and it will also show how much is drawn and how much time is there, and it gives a whistle after the 350 ml is completely withdrawn. So fully it's all automatic, and it gives a whistle, and all the blood is thoroughly mixed, and after 350 ml is drawn, it stops. And then we remove the needle and then put the plaster and give the refreshments and lock to him. Yeah, it's over.
Yes, sir. It was so informative, and thank you for the session.
Oh.
And till now, we don't have any queries or chats. So I'll just go for the next session details. So, dear viewers, thank you for enjoying the session by Dr. Sharma, sir. It was really benefited and it was very informative. Kindly share our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. So we have an upcoming session today by 6:30 to 7:30 by Dr. Rachula Daniel from SRM Medical College on the topic examination of pupil. So this is the schedule for tomorrow. So we have first session from 3 to 4 by Dr. Raj Kohela from Madurai Medical College on the topic phase development and related congenital anomalies. And the next session by Dr. M.S.R.M. Pai from KIMS Mangalore on the topic drug therapy of stage 1 hypertension. And the session 3 takes place on 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Tuberculosis, the lab diagnosis by the microbiologist Dr. Mridushree from Mahavir Cancer Sansthan, Patna. Thank you for listening patiently and hope you have enjoyed the session. If you have any doubts or clarification, please comment below, like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the updated sessions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us important.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, viewers, we shall see the next session by 6:30 p.m. Thank you all.